probably one of our worst defensive quarters of the year in the third quarter. You know, it was one where we just totally got away from all of our principles and didn't really lock in. And until the end, I thought we played down the stretch, but you can't have lapses that we had like we had in the third quarter. And you know, as we went through this morning, looked at on film, and we're going to see it again tomorrow night. Our bigs getting back, playing transition defense. Our bigs in pick and roll defense have to do a better job, and just all around.
The way your backcourt's going, I'm sort of intrigued to see the matchup with Beal and Wall tomorrow.
It's going to be interesting. You know, they're one of the most dynamic backcourts in the league, Doug, as everyone knows. Strength, speed, quickness with Wall, and shooting, athletic ability, and create a guy that can create his own shot in Beal. So between DeMar and Kyle and Beal and those two guys, it's going to be an interesting. But you know, I'm biased, so I feel like we have the better of the two. But again, I think the team that imposes their defensive will win the game.
What are you seeing defensively from your guys, Kyle and DeMar specifically?
Well, Kyle is such a pit bull. I mean, a lot of stuff is not textbook. You can't teach what he does. He does it on grit and grime. A loose ball, he's going to come up with it. He reminds me a lot of Gary Payton in that situation. The ball's on the floor, and you put it between four dudes, he's going to come up with it. Kyle's going to come up with it. So that's what he brings to the table. DeMar is doing a better job in crunch time of getting into his guy, making it difficult for him. But again, for our entire team, we got to do it for longer stretches and not rely so much on our offense. And again, that was one of the most dynamic offensive teams in the league last night. Hopefully we don't see too many teams that has that type of firepower. But you know, we did a good job, especially in the second quarter, of doing what we were supposed to do.
Dwane, how much is it with DeMar in terms of the defensive side? You kind of get him to do the early work because on the catch it becomes a bit more difficult.
No question. That's his whole challenge, is making sure he does the early work, and then when he's weak side, not involved in the play. He's more conscientious of that than he has been in the past. I think USA Basketball helped him because he's probably not guarding one of the best players in that situation, so he was more of a support role. So I thought he brought a lot of that back this year, and he's doing a better job of his weak side defense. But his whole key is doing his work early, getting into the guy, making the catch tough. Then once his guy catches the ball, make it difficult for him with his stick hand, having active hands all around. So you know, he's growing. We talk about areas where he's getting better and bringing it back. That's another area where he's improved, and there's another level to go to.
On the offensive side, where his game, you know, is dominant in the mid-range, do you think that's given him a little bit of an edge as every defense works to protect the paint and the three-point line?
Well, again, for us, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he does such a good job of creating his own shot. He's confident in it. The basket is looking open. Teams are switching on him, and he's done a great job of exploiting that. But also with that too, our guys have spaced much better. We've done a better job of spacing, getting out of his way, creating an opportunity for him to have the ball, what we call for the ball to breathe. And his teammates have done that. But DeMar is playing with such a high level of confidence right now on the offensive end. Again, it's allowed us to get our defense back and get set. You know, because it's not a ball movement, it's more of a one-on-one ISO type situation, which is, he's one of the best in the league at doing that.
Have you seen many guys with this combination of, you know, body control and strength and footwork?
Well, you know, James Harden is one that they emulate each other. One's left-handed and one has a beard, but they're a lot alike from that standpoint. And that's DeMar's strength. You know, we get criticized with no ball movement, no assists, but we're playing to our best player's strength, both of their strength, and we got to take advantage of it.
That's what you believe in. Like Malone was saying that yesterday, there's a herd mentality everyone tries to copy, but he's going to play with his strengths. He's got two big guys. He's going to do that. He doesn't care.
Right, and then we got to do that. I mean, there's not a style of play that I haven't seen. I'm not a total moron, you know, but you know, we got to play to our strengths. And you know, I know the ball movement. We can put in cute offenses that go from, you know, 15 passes, but at the end of the day, we want the ball in our best players' hands. and and to do what he does and to go to his strengths.
If he continues to do that and exploit the matchups, does it stand to reason that the ball movement will come from there? Because
no question. Now they've got to, DeMar is doing a better job of making sure he finds when they commit to. He did it last night. They blitzed him and we picked him apart. Jakob did a great job of quarterbacking in the middle of the lane, catching it, finding the weak side. Now again, at the end of the day, when the ball gets to the corner, Corey's got to knock down a three-point shot. But DeMar is smart enough to know when they commit multiple bodies to him to kick it out. But if they're playing him one-on-one, he's got to play to his strength, which I'll take all day.
I mean, I know a lot of guys are looking at the offense, but defensively, you guys are doing a pretty good job over 4 quarters, holding the field goal percentage down. Then the turnovers go from 18 with Cleveland down to 8 against Denver. You've got to be impressed with that.
That was huge, Sherm. That was one of our emphasis going in. I thought we tried too many cute passes, squeezing the ball in too many tight situations. We didn't do that last night. We took care of the basketball much better, and our defense in stretches was solid. They got the three-point shot again. Our whole thing is we're going to protect the paint. We're going to, as our whole mantra is protect the paint, get out to the three-point shot. We got to do a better job of our timing on our closeouts and getting to the closeouts. But our defensive stretches, again, I'm disappointed in the third quarter defense was the Achilles heel we had last night.
I know this is old and now official, but Ray Allen hung him up today.
I know, I saw that.
Would he have the prettiest jump shot and the biggest work ethic of any shooter you saw?
Well, I would say this. I get on guys all the time. The only way you work on a three-point shot is to work on it at game speed. He is the ultimate of going harder within his individual shooting drills as he does in practice. I mean, I'm worn out rebounding for him and passing for him at the end of practice because he'll stay there for an hour and he has this routine. And he's narcissistic, I think is the word I want to use, is he's got to make certain number of shots at this basket, at this spot, certain number at this spot, certain number, and that's why he's going to go down in history as one of the all-time great three-point shooters because he worked on it at game speed, one of the best. And I want to congratulate him on a great career, what he brought to the game. He's an ultimate pro. First to the gym, last to the league, every day.
He also had maybe the most consistent, nicest form of a jump shooter of our era.
Beautiful form, release, follow through, straight up and down, never changed no matter what the defense did to him. Kept himself in ultimate condition, but ultimate pro. I mean, he's a pro's pro, and he's a winner.
Were you his guy? You had to go
Well, I rebounded from him a lot. He was so superstitious. He didn't have a guy. I mean, I was around. I was going to be there. I was going to rebound for him. But he's one of those guys. He would be in the gym. He'd rather be in the gym by himself than any coaches around. Now, if we'd be there after practice, rebound for him. But he would get there like at 2:30 in the afternoon at the arena and freak out if the arena wasn't available to shoot. And he'd go get a random janitor or ball boy and bring him in, give him some money, and help him rebound. And that was his superstition, and it worked for him.
See Reggie, Sam Perkins. Where would you put Ray in that group?
Wow, I put him right at the top. At the top is for Dell. I had Dell Ellis. Dell Ellis. Del Curry, Steph Curry. I put Ray Allen right there because he had the size and physicality and athletic ability to get a shot off over anybody.